losers semis here at the TLOC 1K Smash 4 edition.
Yes.
And it's been a treat. Both of these players actually 3-0'd their opponents to get here.
Yeah, these guys are both complete monsters. Fantastic representation of Dallas and what we're all about. Sethlon coming in here and really showing off what Roy can really do.
Yeah.
He has this prominent offstage game. He's not afraid to go out there, go deep, get out there with those fairs, those bears. Those up Bs, though, have been really the story. He's been so good at calling out what people are going to do as soon as they get back onto the stage and using those up Bs to grab them. Now, Gyo, on the other hand, has been doing great item management, using the top effectively, negating some aspects of the approach in neutral. Man, it's such a fun one to watch between these guys as they've been going up in bracket.
Man, and we saw how well Sethlon dealt with projectiles in his last match against Muse, where he had to deal with Toon Link. But right now, he's just struggling on all fronts. Manages to make the recovery thanks to that platform being so close to the blast zone.
It took 3 times for him to get back to the stage and a ton of damage. And right now, he's just trying to do his best to whittle down that shield and get Gyo to start respecting him.
Oh, man. He was poking and prodding away, but Gyo still managing to come out on top at the end of that exchange.
There, good spacing back and forth between the two. That nair is so good because it covers all 360 degrees all around him. There it is. Now he used the drop, he Z-dropped to the top to cover that option as soon as he went out to go for the dare himself. That option coverage is why that effective stock was ended.
Man, it's wild.
It's calculated.
Very calculated. That's honestly the best word I think to describe Gyo was calculated. Honestly, like I rarely see emotion from him. He's one of those players. He's just one of those players who's just like, okay, this is what I just need to do to win, and I'm just gonna do it. Okay, I couldn't do it, and because of that, I lost. It's a really good mentality, I think, overall as a player. Right?
Yeah, I agree with you. That's the way that you. I feel like that's the way that you ascend to a higher level is by having that separation of emotion from play, recognizing the two are completely different.
Sethlon has to start recognizing that he cannot keep rolling up anytime the top is there. I think the best option to deal with it is to jump off and then try to jump back and contest. But
that was a 2-stock, and now it all revolved around down smash. That entire beginning of it was Gyo building a ton of percentage, racking it up from multiple down smashes that led into themselves multiple times, right?
Yeah, but think about what it took to get the down smash. Those tops at those edges, so tough for Sethlon. He's going to be, I think, using Game 1 more than anything else to download some of that information to figure out what he can do going on into this set to maybe contest.
I agree with you. So we'll see what he comes up with, what comes in mind. And he's using the strategy that we've been talking about, which is coming in and not giving Gyo a chance to really set the tops. He's also been using jab as soon as he thinks the top is going to come out as a way to knock it away. So because it's such a quick single hit move, it also comes out into active relatively fast. Gyo beat Boop. Not going to be able to take him off the top. He does build up a fair amount of percentage, and he's going to continue to do so, whipping the fair.
Oh! Recognizing that aggression, Sethlon wisely popping that counter and ends up getting a little bit of a reward for it.
That was clean. That was clean.
And Sethlon with stage control, I think, is what's really scary. Playing a character like Roy, what he's trying to do is slowly take away the stage inch by inch by inch. And once he has you in that corner, he is so good at planting such powerful options to confirm some of those KOs.
Now we're looking to see how he's going to push himself out. They're both at high percentage. This is much closer than it was last game. Sethlon definitely used the time to download. That was a big mistake. And there's another, but he ends up making up for it. That whiff up smash could have been curtains for Gyo. All it would have taken for Sethlon to drop down up, he potentially have finished him there. But man, Gyo did such a good job of picking it back up and finishing him off with that B-boot.
Gyo still retaining the stock, but at triple digits. Definitely has to be cautious with some of his aggressive options.
Sethlon, you're seeing doing those multiple air dodges because Gyo's been so good early in the first game to condition him to think, I'm willing to use those lasers.
Oh, that was a phenomenal tech from Gyo.
Yeah, people have to get used to it. Sethlon does that quite a bit off stage. He'll take the upbeats towards stage and bring the people with him. Oh, good job avoiding the dare.
Ooh, try to go for the counter there. Interesting, interesting.
Okay, so the kill option that Sethlon's going to go to is like neutral B, more than likely.
Yeah, and neutral B I think is really smart because he can act out of it as well.
Yeah, it's a fast-hitting move. Fair is also good. That's going to be a good finish. Okay, now what? Now you have 56% on you. What is going through your head? You're thinking, I should do throw into soft hit nairs. I should do guaranteed stuff. I should air dodge as soon as I see the boop coming from the B.
He knows what he needs to do, but how is he going to do it is the question.
Possessing knowledge and acting upon knowledge are two very different things.
Incredibly, incredibly different. Ooh, and it's just looking so rough for Sethlon. Oh,
He's fine. He's
134%.
fine. He's
No, he's not. No, he's not. No, he's not. This is 2-0. Gio right now on set point. But Sethlon, I think, is one of those people who I think really exudes like the student of the game, right? He's very good at taking in knowledge and then applying it later. In Aftershock, he was in this very same position. Was it? And I think it might have been like winners semis actually, or maybe even winners finals. And he ends up actually, doing the reverse sweep. So I'm curious to see if he can maybe apply something in a completely different game, granted, but who knows? Who knows?
I think Sethlon's gonna figure it out. You're right. He's someone who learns. He is a true student of the game. This man reads books on game theory and understanding like how to develop a mindset.
He's got one of those minds.
He is. He's a unique person. He's definitely someone who takes being a competitor seriously. So let's see what he can do to adapt. Let's see if he can get back into his zone, get back into his happy place, and see if he can bring something to the table. And it looked like he had something starting. The gears were turning last time, but now let's see if he got a little bit more information.
And he had the SD. I think he was holding down.
That's 2 times.
Yeah.
That's 2 times he threw away stocks because he didn't lose them to Gio. He lost them to himself.
Oh man. And it's looking rough. And if you want to talk about competitive mind, I think that Gio really elicits that wisdom beyond his years, playing like a veteran, even though he's so young.
This is going to be some scary stuff. All right. So Gio is poised to make something happen here. But if you guys are Sethlon fans, this is when you guys start pounding 1s and start pounding 2s in the chat. That's what you guys want to do. So there's the charge up. Ooh, yeah. It gets negated by the laser. Good choice. Because it was the safest one. It was a disjoint. Gio looking poised. There's the up air again. Continuing to build a percentage. Holds the stock lead. Tries to drop down. He's going to drop down Bear if he had stayed too long.
Ooh, the beep boop. Those 0s and 1s proving way too much right now for Sethlon as he is on his last limbs, about to get knocked out of this tournament. He's going to need an absolute miracle to bring this back.
Ooh, there's the fair. It's not going to be enough. Good DI and a heavy character make things happen there. Oh, he tried to use up BS. He dropped off the edge. That Nair clipping him. The fire, the disjointed through the platform actually got him. Good patience.
Excellent, excellent patience.
What a trade.
And honestly, that patience was rewarded with that KO. Earlier play, a lesser player would have probably just dropped shield, tried to get overly aggressive, and Gio would have gotten the punch looking for. Was he going for that footstool?
Might as well.
Would have been nuts. Would have been nuts. But
It's
the
the unexpected.
That's going to take it. That splat KO results in Sethlon falling at 4th place, 3-0. But got to give him props. He hasn't been playing this version of Smash very long.
Yep.
And he's been putting in some serious numbers. 4th place at the 1K.
Yeah.
Not too shabby.
After continuously going into the weeklies, starting from,
the bottom.
Starting from the middle.
Starting from the middle. Now he's here.
He started from the middle, and then he started creeping his way up. He's definitely put in the work. He's put in the time. He has the effort. The character is to his mindset. It does what it wants. Roy does what he wants it to do. So it's there. He can definitely. He is somebody who has traversed through time, through all these games, and has really brought a solid fundamentals and smart mentality to Smash 4, and is really doing a great job of exuding excellence.
Definitely agree there, that team. But Gio, though.